On today's episode, I will revisit one of the best purchases that I have made in quite a while, the Puffco Proxy. I spent $299 on it about a month and a half ago, and while that is a steep price tag for many people, if you can't afford it, and equally important, if you consume concentrates on a regular basis, then I think it's worth it. It's been my experience so far that my concentrates last longer, and I definitely don't have to run to the store for butane, and the hits taste like magic. There is one snag to the device though, which is true of anything that you puff out of. It needs to be cleaned from time to time. I've used my Puffco Proxy a lot lately and haven't had a chance to clean it in about a week. I figured I'd make a video in case anyone else is wondering how to clean theirs. As always, feel free to put anything that you want folks to know in the comment section below. Let others benefit from your wisdom. Here we go. As I demonstrated in my previous Puffco Proxy video, it has various parts. The first is this glass Sherlock holder piece, which always worries me because I don't think that they sell replacements of it yet. I found that it doesn't take much for this unit to get fairly stuck in place in the holder, so I do a gentle back and forth twist motion until it unlocks. From there you can already see where the buildup is. Apparently, I inhale with such ferocity that it sucks some damage into the holder. Here's where the air travels from the unit to the holder. It's like a mini dab waterfall coming out of there. This top part above the lighted ring twists apart. Now you can see where this part, the atomizer, snaps into place so that the air holes are lined up with this part, which is the battery. I'll set the battery part over here. This is the last step for dismantling the Proxy. This rubber cap comes off and needs to be cleaned itself. Be super careful with this little plug on the cap. Speaking from first-hand experience, it can be a major pain in the ass finding where on the floor it bounced to. I'll set it over here. We are now left with just the atomizer itself, which is the part that needs cleaned the most. Now I've seen people submerge these in rubbing alcohol on other videos, and if you are brave enough to do that, feel free to do it. Replacement atomizers were $60 last I looked. I personally just stuck to the rubbing alcohol and Q-tip method, and it's worked well for me. There's really no secret to it, other than just giving the device a rubbing alcohol rub down with the Q-tip. The old rim job. Here's what it looks like now. From here, you guessed it, you just do the same thing to all the other parts. The rubber cap and glass holder can definitely be submerged in rubbing alcohol and salt, because they're not electronic of course, although I pick off some of the bigger pieces for further recreational use. The circle of life. Dun da da da! I now have a clean Puffco Proxy, and it's ready to provide the flavorful hits that I love so much. A stoner pro tip that I obviously don't always follow myself is to be proactive in cleaning your Proxy. A little bit of work along the way helps reduce the need to do a deep clean down the road. And with that, I bid you farewell, and we'll see you next time on the Higher Things Club.